Chapter 9, Lesson 5, Fundamental Counting Principle. You can use multiplication instead of making a tree diagram to find the number of possible outcomes in a sample space. This is called the fundamental counting principle. For example, if we rolled a number cube that had 6 faces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then flipped a coin which has 2 outcomes, heads and tails, we would have a total of 12 possible outcomes because 6 times 2 is equal to 12. That is shown in this diagram with heads and tails and the 6 options for each wall, giving us 12 total outcomes. In our example 1, it says find the total number of outcomes when a number from 0 to 9 is randomly chosen, then a letter from A to D is randomly chosen. In the numbers 0 through 9, we have 10 options. In the letters A through D, we have 4 options. So when we multiply this together, 10 multiplied by 4, that gives us a total of 40 possible outcomes. Scroll down to Got It A. Go ahead and pause this video, try to solve Got It A, and resume when you are done. Got It A says find the total number of outcomes when choosing from bike helmets that come in 3 colors and 2 styles. If you have 3 colors and 2 styles to choose from, we can multiply that together and find out that we have 6 total outcomes. Hopefully you got that correct. Next, we're going to learn how to find probability using that scale. In example 2, they rolled a number cube, which had 6 outcomes, and then they chose between 7 letters, the letters in the word numbers. 6 multiplied by 7 gave them a total of 42 outcomes. They wanted to know the probability of rolling a 6 and selecting the letter M from the word numbers. Well, there's only 1 6 and 1 letter M, so that gives us 1 outcome out of 42, which is about 2%. Let's scroll down to our example 2. It says a pizzeria has 2 different types of crust, 3 types of cheese, and 4 toppings. A personal pizza can only have 1 type of cheese and 1 topping. What is the probability of choosing a thin crust pizza with Parmesan cheese and pepperoni? Well, we should first find our total outcomes. So if we have 2 crusts, 3 cheeses, and 4 toppings, that gives us a total of 24 outcomes. If we want a thin crust with Parmesan cheese and pepperoni, that is 1 outcome out of 24. 1 out of 24 is equal to 0.0417 or 4.17% after you move the decimal point 2 times. Example 3. A shoe store sells sneakers, loafers, and boots in narrow, medium, and wide widths. They're available in sizes 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, all the way up to 10.5. Find the number of pairs of shoes available, then find the probability of selecting a size 8 in medium width sneakers. Is it likely or unlikely that the size would be chosen? Well, if we can choose boots in narrow, medium, or wide, that's 3 widths. And let's count how many sizes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different sizes. So if we have 3 widths and 10 sizes, that's a total of 30 outcomes. So if I want a size 8 in medium width, that's 1 outcome out of 30. And 1 out of 30 is equal to 0.03 or 3.33%. Go ahead and solve Got It B on your own. Pause this video and resume when you are ready. Got It B says 2 number cubes are rolled. What is the probability that the sum of the numbers on the cubes is 12? How likely is it that the sum would be 12? So if we roll 2 cubes, each time we roll, we have 6 possible outcomes. So if we roll 2 times, then we have 6 outcomes times 6 outcomes, which is 36 outcomes. And if we want the numbers on the cubes to add to 12, well, then we would need to roll a 6 and then another 6 back to back. Well, 6 is only one side out of 6. So this is only one possibility out of 36 total outcomes. So 1 out of 36 is equal to 0.0278 or 2.78%. It says, how likely is it that the sum would be 12? It is unlikely that the sum would be 12. And we forgot to do this part on our example 2. We would say 3.33%. It is unlikely that the chosen size and width would be selected.